God, I guess. Yeah, why not? God. God. Okay. Everybody believes that if you're a good person, you do good things. Or maybe this is just a fairy tale to scare off, to scare little kids into doing the right thing. God this and God that. Everybody believes that if you are a good enough person, good things will come to you. If you're a good enough person, good things will come to you. The question is, what is being a good person? What is being a bad person? Shit. Well, if you're a good person, you care about the well-being of other people. You care how they're feeling. You care what they're going through. You care about everybody. Well, that's my picture of being a good person. You care. Being careful. Careful. I don't think I'm saying it right. Being a bad person. Not by my opinion, by other people's opinion. Because being a bad person, in my opinion, is, I wouldn't say being a killer or not having or not caring about anybody. But that doesn't make you a bad person just because you don't care about people or what people think or anything like that. What makes you a bad person is the way you act towards people. Like, I've always, not always really, but for the most part, I've been a good person. I remember it was a while ago when Joyce was taking us to her house. I seen this little girl in it. I seen this little girl crying, and it made me feel just horrible. Like I was like thinking, like, why is she crying? Like, what seems to be the problem? And me and my brother, we had these toys, these ninjas. I had a white one, he had a black one. We had these ninjas. Coolest fucking toy I've ever had. Probably not ever. I remember we had these transforming things. Those were pretty cool that we got on Christmas. Fucking awesome. But yeah, she was crying. So I gave her my toy. She stopped crying for a little bit. I hopped off the bus. She started crying again. But I felt so good giving her the toy. And if and I've heard that there's no such thing as a selfless good deed. Like you're doing it like you do a good deed and you expect nothing in return. That is being a good person. You're expecting nothing in return. No money. Not even a simple thank you. You expect nothing. But them being a good person also, they're gonna give you they're gonna want to do something for you. They're gonna say thank you. They're gonna want to do stuff for you. They're gonna, if it's their choice to give you money or not. I mean, it's also your choice to take the money. But they say if you're a good person, you go to heaven. Heaven, this place, magical place. Everybody gets along. Everybody's nice. I don't believe it. And if you do bad things, murder, not just murder, killing. If you kill, or so I never read the Bible, but or so I hear. It's one of the 10 Commandments, I think. Yeah, killing against the rules. It's against God's wishes. Thou shalt not kill. And yet, there's killing every day. Not just with people, animals. And God is a white thing. Like it's a white person's thing. Indians. They lived off the land. They killed when they were hungry. But no animals ever went extinct. Like, they would kill, but let them repopulate. They know how to hunt. They would only hunt the males, and they would let the females reproduce. Like, that's the smart way to hunt. But white people, they came here and they demolished everything. They hunted for sport, for clothes, for everything. Black people, Africans, I have no idea what they like. I'm pretty sure, yeah, they hunted. Yeah, they hunted. But again, they didn't do it for sport. They did it because they needed to survive. They needed to survive. But if this God, if this almighty creator, whatever the fuck you want to call him, exists in any kind of way, whether it's a black guy, Native American God, a white God, that exists in any kind of way, then the balance between good and evil does not exist. There is no heaven. There is no hell. They say when you go to hell, you burn for eternity. You burn for eternity. What do people go to hell for? Like, what is crossing the line? Somebody commits a crime, something that's against the law. The law, not of God, but of the people. And then you hang them. Murder. Murder. Right there. And the white people, they used to gather around while a person got hanged. Their kids used to have toys, little hanging toys. It was a stick with a rope with a little person on it. That's not right. And if you don't go to hell for that, then everybody gets into heaven. I'm not saying I don't believe in a afterlife of some type. Yeah, sure. I believe in a afterlife, I guess. A spirit world, sure. Coco, something like that. I don't know. But that was just a Mexican thing, I think. Yeah, that was a straight up Mexican thing. Like, that's only what Mexicans believe. And if we're just going based off of beliefs, then why believe in anything? Why have a religion? The reason that religions exist, the reason that religions exist is to maintain order. It's to maintain order. The Pope, what is he? What does he even do? If the Pope died, who would care? I can't say the real reason or the real thing, like the real thing that matters in this world. Because let's face it, I haven't been here that long. And even if you ask old people, like any old person, they don't have the answers. Nobody has the answers. Scientists don't have the answers. They have theories. And that's all we can build upon is theories, intelligence, our own, what we've been brainwashed and stuff to believe what is intelligence. Just because we learned how to use a couple of things that are on this planet to benefit us, technology. All you're doing is getting the minerals and shit from the earth and turning it into something else. That's all technology is. You're just rewiring the minerals and shit that you get from the earth and then adding it and then mixing shit together and just creating power. The first light bulb, just glass and copper wire and a couple of other things. Simple. If somebody figured it out. Steel, a mineral, something that was on this earth that we use to our advantage. Who knows how the landscape looked? Who knows how this earth looked before humans got here and started messing with things, messing with the order of this planet? And if you believe in God, you don't believe in human evolution. But the same goes for if you believe in human evolution, then you don't believe in God. But I don't believe in either. I don't believe in whatever a human has to say. I don't believe it. What I believe, based off of what I know from humans, of course, people, is that, like, what I believe about all humans, like, one, I wouldn't say we're all selfish. Nah, that's a bit of a stretch. One, this is what I believe. I believe everybody should be a good person. I believe everybody should help others. I believe that there shouldn't be one single person that thinks yeah, that person should die. But yeah, I'm gonna kill this person. I don't think there should be one person that thinks like that. But it's the thought of a human. I've had these thoughts before. I've thought, yeah, I should kill this person. Yeah, I have the chance to. And yeah, sometimes I have very violent thoughts. I've thought about killing myself, but only because I didn't like. I watched too much TV. I seen people kill themselves a couple times. I don't understand death. I don't think anybody understands the concept of death. Like what happens when you die? That's the one question everybody wants to know. And if you believe in if you believe in ghosts, do you believe in God? Maybe not physical freaking ghosts, because what is a ghost? Somebody that's trapped between the realm of the living and the dead. Or as a person that believes in God would put it, somebody that's trapped, somebody that can't go to heaven or hell, and they're stuck here. That's a person. That's me. That's that living flesh. Can't go to heaven or hell. I'm not, because it doesn't exist. But yeah, death is the one thing that no human being would ever, not in a million years. How long have we been on this planet? How long can we remember back to? I mean, as far as everybody knows, as far as everybody was taught in school and shit, Native Americans, American history, they were here first. Actually, dinosaurs were here first, supposedly. Like, some people think dinosaurs weren't even real. One, fossils can prove it based off of scientists. The fossils prove it. Yeah, sure. We're not buying it. Anyways, some people the only problem is believing. Like, if you believe in God, that's you. If you believe in ghosts, that's you. Aliens, dinosaurs, anything. And let me ask this: if dinosaurs didn't exist, what are the bones that we're finding? Like, you can maybe it was a stretch, or maybe they didn't, or maybe they're not doing their data right. Maybe they didn't have scales. Maybe they have fur. They're doing something wrong. Is if you don't believe they existed, that's what you're thinking. They're doing something wrong. Scientists, but human evolution is fake. I think if you believe in dinosaurs, then you could believe in aliens. And my whenever somebody brings up aliens, like saying that they don't believe in them, I put this one point on them, and it should eliminate any doubt that you have that aliens do not exist. If life can exist on one planet, Earth, this one planet, then it can exist on another. Whether it's a parasite, whether it's a humanoid fucking creature, it doesn't matter. Alien is an alien. Life, period. And if God does exist, Jesus wrote the Bible, Adam and Eve, blah blah blah. Bullshit. If it does exist, then if God does exist, then I think that He had a plan the entire time. Boom! I'm gonna create these. I'm gonna create several different planets. I'm gonna create several different universes, like solar systems, several of them, all across the universe. And space is fucking infinite. It's fucking infinite. There's no telling how far it goes. Or maybe we just think it's infinite because we're specks. We're specks of dust on this planet, nonetheless the universe. If life can exist on this planet, it can exist on another. All I'm about to say about that subject. But where does it say in the Bible about space? Period. What does it say in the Bible about Mars, Jupiter, anything in our solar system? Besides maybe the things that we can see, the moon, the stars, the sun. Every fairy tale I've ever read, listened to, or heard of, I can relate them kind of similarly to the Bible. Can't name any right now, but I'm sure there's some of them that I can name. Greek mythology. I think I'm saying it right. Greek mythology? I don't know. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. Zeus, supposed god of thunder. Thor, Loki. Not sure where that story came from, but yeah, Zeus, Poseidon. What was the other one? Hades, Cronus. All of the Greek gods. Where did all of that come? Where did all of that even originate from? And whatever was before BC, before Christ, what was going on then? Like, if you think about it, if it is real, and I very much doubt it, because it's straight up facts, the Bible is fake, and if it is real, it is a history book. If it is real, and if it's not real, then me in school knowing this is probably why they say don't bring religion into school, which everybody does. Everybody always does. If you're a teacher that believes in God, and this is what you were taught, and this is what your parents were taught, their parents, and just down your entire family line was taught. This is what you're gonna believe. This is what that's your mindset. You're gonna take this wherever you go, whether it's to work, to school, wherever. You're gonna take it wherever you go. So don't say don't bring religion into school. It's gonna come whether you want it to or not. And Jews. What the fuck is your religion? Do you believe in God or not? I don't understand your religion. Christmas. Jesus' birthday. The three wise men, they gave Jesus gifts for his birthday. How did it turn into this bullshit? Deck doors with shut the fuck up. It's stupid. Where did the fat man come from? I think you know what I'm talking about when I said fat man. Santa Claus. Where did that come from? Just stupid people thinking stupid things. But as the years progressed from BC, like straight up after BC, after the whole Jesus thing, after the whole before Christ, they had I can't exactly say because it's not in any history book that I've ever read. I mean, I don't read. Just absorb the knowledge that has been taught to me, and I only remember the things that I know aren't true, or that I can second guess, or maybe they are true, but I just remember them like solely for the purpose of talking about them like this, like saying they're not real, or like solely for the argument of it. Let's see, the whole slave thing. How can you, like, in the whole slave thing, and then after the whole, when the government was first formed in what was it, 1830 something, 1820 something, when the government was first formed, like around the 1820s is when they started bringing slaves from Africa to America, what would be soon known as America. They started teaching the black people about God. They started teaching them their language. How the fuck can you teach us about something like that? And like, you probably didn't say he was a white dude, but we all assume because his son was white. Jesus, this thing you made us believe in. I think that if you believed in God so much, you couldn't do the things that you did. You couldn't hate, period. If you ever believed in God, you cannot hate. You are physically unable to hate. Me, I hate the ones that hate. That's all I gotta say. I mean, I don't hate them. I think that they can be better. I think that, like why are you doing it? If I don't believe in God, I don't believe in God, human evolution, or any of that. I don't believe in any religion. I'm not an atheist, though. I mean, maybe I am, I don't know. But I believe that everybody should be treated equally. Everybody should think the same. The world would be a way better place if that was the case. I mean, I seen this one Timmy Turner episode where I'm bringing cartoons into this. I know. I seen this one Tina Turner episode where he told his fairy godparents that he wished that everybody was exactly alike, and of course, somehow by some stupid logic, that was not a good wish, and the people that he was trying to make them exactly the same as him, it didn't work. They still thought that they were better. And that's the same situation that white people put on us as black people. We're all exactly the same. Maybe not skin color or anything like that, but we're all exactly the same. And they still consider themselves a higher power. Maybe not a higher power, but a higher level than everybody else. How can you consider yourself higher from anything if you believe in this God? It doesn't make any sense to me. And if you do believe in God and in the KKK, why are you burning a cross? Is this some we worship you, Jesus? You were hung, you were put up on a cross, and now we're putting up the ones that something blacks. I don't know. The KKK, stupid, just the dumbest thing to ever be created. Like, one, why are you burning a cross? Two, you say you believe in God. Three, you're a redneck asshole. Straight up. And the whole Civil War thing, why fight a war? Why have millions of your people die because you're like, oh no, they gotta stay slaves. We don't want to do our own work. You had slaves for so fucking long, hundreds of years. You grew up like generation after generation after generation. And as black people, we got so used to being fucking slaves. We got so used to being slaves. And they got so used to having slaves. And they're like, fuck it, we're gonna fight for them. There's gonna be a war if you want to take them away from us. I don't know. I mean, that's where I'm getting from the story. Like every teacher that's ever taught me anything, that's what I got from the story. I don't know what everybody else get from the story, but that's what I got. And every white person that's like, oh, slavery wasn't about this, or slavery wasn't about black people, or nothing like that. Slavery is for any person. It doesn't matter. They made it about black people. They made it seem like every other race was inferior to that race. If it wasn't about like they say what was it called with the Egyptians, the pharaohs and shit, they said that they had white slaves. So that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about American history, not Egypt, Egyptians shit. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about American history, and that wasn't. And if that is American history, then no, still no. That's not what we're talking about. Spiraled off from from God to slavery, but yeah, that has to do with God. Like, you can't. Where was I? Where the fuck was I? Another 30-something minute long video just by me talking. Stay up.